If you're a real Warriors fan living in the US, this video is for you. From coast to coast, America is buzzing after last night's game. Steph Curry just reminded the whole country why he runs the West. Gsw Bombshell. Warriors stun NBA fans, the kind of move that makes the entire basketball world freeze in disbelief. What just happened in the Bay Area isn't just another transaction, not just another rumor. This is the kind of seismic shift that rewrites the balance of power in the NBA, changes legacies, and forces rivals to rethink their entire game plan. The Golden State Warriors, a franchise that has built its dynasty on smart moves, chemistry, and championship mentality, have just pulled off an unbelievable move that fans didn't even dare to dream about a few weeks ago. And now, every fan, analyst, and even rival player is left asking the same question: how did they do it, and what does this mean for the rest of the league? Let's start at the core. Stephen Curry, the heart and soul of this franchise, the man who transformed basketball with his range, leadership, and killer mentality. For years, Curry has been patient, trusting management to put the right pieces around him. But over the past 2 seasons, whispers started growing louder. The team was aging. The championship window seemed to be closing. The Warriors had been stuck between chasing another title and developing their young talent, and it wasn't working. Some nights, they looked like contenders. Other nights, they looked like a team stuck in limbo. And then came the rumors, trade talks, front office tension, and Curry himself reportedly pushing for bold moves. That's why this moment feels so surreal. Because the Warriors didn't just tinker around the edges. They didn't just sign a role player or trade a bench piece. They went all in. The kind of all in that says, we're here to win it all right now. And this move, it changes everything. Sources close to the team revealed that Bob Myers' departure last season had left a leadership gap in the front office. Mike Dunleavy Jr., the new general manager, was under pressure to prove himself. Fans were skeptical, analysts were doubting him, and even some players were reportedly unsure if he could match Myers' championship instincts. But this deal? This is the kind of masterstroke that silences every critic. The shocking move wasn't just about adding a name. It was about bringing in a player who can impact both ends of the floor, who can slide into the Warriors' system seamlessly, and who can give Curry the superstar help he's been waiting for. We're talking about a proven all-star, someone who can score at will, defend with intensity, and elevate the team's ceiling instantly. And the way this deal unfolded, it's the stuff of Hollywood scripts. Insiders say talks began quietly, away from the media circus, with only a handful of executives and agents in the loop. The Warriors knew if word got out, rival teams would try to swoop in. Negotiations were delicate. The other team involved wasn't sure if they wanted to let go of their star. There were disagreements over draft picks, over salary matching, over roster construction. At one point, the deal was reportedly dead. But the Warriors' front office, driven by the urgency of Curry's championship window, kept pushing. They restructured offers, they brought in a third team to make salaries work, and they played the long game. And then, suddenly, it was done. Overnight. One moment, fans were speculating about minor trades. The next morning, they woke up to an official press release that sent shockwaves through the league. Social media exploded. Gsw Bombshell was trending within minutes. NBA insiders scrambled to get details. Rival GMs were reportedly furious that they didn't see it coming. This player, who we'll get into in just a moment, is exactly the kind of difference maker who can tilt a playoff series. The kind of player who thrives under pressure, who won't shy away from big moments, and who can give Curry the freedom to play his best basketball. This isn't about stacking numbers. This is about championships. And the Warriors just gave themselves a real shot. But here's what's wild: the cost. To land this star, the Warriors had to part ways with a package that included a beloved young talent, a future first-round draft pick, and a veteran role player. The young talent was seen as a potential cornerstone, someone who could carry the torch when Curry eventually retires. Losing him stings. The pick? That's future flexibility gone. And the veteran? A locker room favorite. But as Dunleavy reportedly told Curry in a private meeting, if we're serious about winning now, we have to be willing to sacrifice tomorrow. And Curry? He's all in. Teammates say the moment he heard the deal was finalized, he texted the group chat with just 3 words, "Let's get it." That's the energy around the team right now. Draymond Green, never shy about speaking his mind, reportedly told the media that this move puts fear back in the league. Klay Thompson, who's been battling through his own ups and downs, is now looking at this as his chance to re-establish himself as one of the deadliest shooters in playoff history without having to carry as much of the offensive load. But it's not just about the core. This move also unlocks more for the bench. It gives guys like Moses Moody and Gary Payton 2 more defined roles. It allows the Warriors to stagger lineups so there's always a scoring threat on the floor. It forces opposing defenses to pick their poison. Double Curry? The new star will punish you. Try to contain the new star? Curry will light you up. NBA analysts are already debating whether this instantly puts Golden State back in the championship conversation. Some say yes, that the combination of Curry, this new star, and the Warriors' battle-tested system is enough to topple anyone. Others are cautious, pointing to health, depth, and chemistry. But one thing is clear: nobody is sleeping on Golden State anymore. And here's the part that fans love: the player the Warriors got has a history with some of their biggest rivals. He's had battles with LeBron. He's gone head-to-head with Giannis. He's had playoff moments that went viral for his intensity. Bringing him to Golden State doesn't just make them better, it adds drama to every high-stakes matchup. In the coming weeks, we're going to see how this all plays out. Will the Warriors need time to adjust? Or will they come out firing, sending a message to the league that the dynasty isn't done? Training camp will be electric. Every practice clip will be dissected. Every preseason game will be watched closely. Because make no mistake, this move has raised expectations. Anything less than a deep playoff run will be considered a failure. And for Curry, this might be the defining chapter of his career. He's already a 4-time champion, a 2-time MVP, the greatest shooter ever. But leading this team, with this new star, to another title? That would cement his legacy even further, silencing any last doubts about where he stands among the all-time greats. So here we are. The Warriors have made their move. The league has been warned. And the fans? They're ready. Chase Center is going to be louder than ever. The Bay is buzzing. And somewhere, in a quiet gym, Stephen Curry is already putting up shots, knowing that this season this could be the one that shocks the world all over again.